Hi everyone. In this video, I just wanted to get over the idea that iLogic isn't necessarily um, only used for automating designs. There's loads of ways that you can use it to get extra information out of Inventor, and this is one of them. This was a support call that came up during the week. So what I've got here is an irregular shaped container, and assuming that this is going to hold some fluid, I want to know, or the customer wanted to know, if this was filled, to so many millimeters, what would be the volume of fluid in the container at that point? And the idea was that there would be a chart so that you could just you could read off the depth and pull out the volume. So we can use iLogic and Inventor to get that information. We have to do a little bit on the model first. I've done it ahead of time, so I'll just step the end of point marker on and show you the steps. So the first one, we've just created an extrusion that envelops the whole of this irregular container, and we've created it as a separate solid. Next step is we use a combine tool to do like a Boolean cut. So what I've done is I've deleted the the irregular container, the shell, and that's left us with two solids. And then I've deleted the outside solid. So what we've got left is a solid that represents the liquid inside, or the shape that the liquid would take inside if you filled it up all the way to the very top. Then for the next bit, we need one more extrusion. I'll show you this one. So what this is I've done another circular extrusion that's going to envelop the whole of the volume that we've got, and I'm using this intersect option. So anytime this extrusion occupies the same space as the previous extrusion, you get a solid out of it. Okay, and then for the iLogic bit, we're going to automate incrementing this up a step, copying the volume that we've got, and then dumping it out to an Excel spreadsheet. So maybe not enough time to fully explain this, but we create a number as a counter. We define somewhere to put our number to, just as a temporary hold. And then this is the powerful bit. This is called a for loop. So anything that happens between this for and this next gets done repeatedly, and every time it repeats, this number I gets incremented by this step of 5. So we're going to set fill level, which is the depth of our extrusion. We're going to assign that I. So in the first run, it will be 5. Then we're going to update the model, and then we don't need that line. We're going to export the iProperty volume to a line on an Excel spreadsheet. And then, so then it goes to next I becomes 10, and the whole process repeats, which actually makes quite a cool little graphic if you run it. It's not the fastest piece of code, but it's definitely quicker than manually stepping through and copying out the volume. Another calculation. So here's the XLS file. in the same folder as the part we've got, and then we can see in the column A we've got all these figures. Need a little bit more formatting to be really useful. You could bring them back into an IDW and put them as a table on the drawing, or you might use Excel to do further calculations. But hopefully, hopefully you can see that there are, I don't know, just lots of different things that you can do with iLogic. Having a little bit of programming knowledge or iLogic knowledge is something worth having. And it's also important to note that you don't have to have a problem to ring support. If you've got an idea or you think there might be a way of doing something, ring us up, explain the problem, and we'll see if we can help you out. Anyway, thanks.